Happening today, former San Jose Mayor Norm Mineta will be laid to rest. He died last month at the age of 90.
He has been lying in honor at City Hall, and many have come to remember him and his accomplishments. Crown 4's Will Tran joins us live in San Jose with more. Will?
It's going to happen in about 5.5 hours from now. Yesterday, the public got a chance just a few blocks from this location to say goodbye, but today it will be family and friends, including former President Bill Clinton. He is in town at some nearby hotel. He'll come down here and be the heavy hitter as far as giving the eulogy, along with Mayor Sam Liccardo. Norm Mineta, here's a picture of him. His beloved in the Bay Area, 90 years old. He died back on May 3rd in Maryland, and he finally came back to his birthplace in San Jose yesterday when he was flown into an airport named after him, Mineta International Airport, which was named back in 2001. They had a procession leading from the airport through the streets of San Jose back to his childhood home, went through Japantown. He's a prominent Japanese American. He and his family were interned during World War II, but it did not stop him. He would go on to be mayor of San Jose from 1971 to 75. He served in the U.S. as a U.S. representative. He also served for two presidents. I talked about President Clinton. He also served for Republican President George W. Bush. He was Transportation Secretary under Bush during the 9/11 attacks, and he helped form the TSA. So he's had a very decorated career, but Norm, as many people called him, and he wanted to be called Norm, was San Jose's favorite son, and that is according to current mayor Sam Liccardo.
The man never forgot anyone's name, and he had such a deep connection to the people he served. It was very important to him that he knew everyone, and everybody had a story. Just incredible in breaking barriers, not for himself, but for so many others who could then follow.
Breaking barriers is exactly right. Obviously, he is a famous son of San Jose, but he is just cherished in the Asian American community. And I told this yesterday. I had a chance to interview Mr. Mineta back in 2002 at the airport, like I said, that was named after him. I told him how much he meant to me. He was very gracious in that. There was a long line throughout the streets of San Jose yesterday with young and old holding up signs. And again, they will have this private memorial coming up at about 5.5 hours from now at 10:30, and hoping actually to talk to President Clinton as he arrives, because he served with President Clinton as the Commerce Secretary during his time in the White House. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Will.
5:11 is the time.